Up to another morning of rough driving conditions that may impact your morning commute.
We have team coverage on this first alert weather day, and we are heading out right away this morning to the Valley Today's JC Dodd. She has a look at what's happening right now. Good morning, JC. What's it like out there?
Good morning. So we wanted to drive north this morning because of these winds. We have been talking all winter about how high winds like we're seeing right now cause a lot of blowing snow, especially on the interstate. So we drove north on I-29. We're just a little bit south of Harwood, and this is what we're looking at. So we had a little bit of blowing snow, but it's not near as dangerous as what we've seen this past winter, but still not the best. You still have to look out for those blowing snow conditions. Icy patches can pop up quickly without you even realizing it. So it's the same kind of warning we've given you all winter long. Stay alert out there. Be ready for winter conditions running into them. Don't drive with your cruise control on because it's just not the best, but it's not like we've seen back in January. But I do want to talk. It is absolutely frigid out here. These winds are nothing to mess with. It is so cold. My face is already numb. We've been outside for 10 minutes. I've got my mittens. I thought I had put them away for the season, but clearly no. It is a cold one today, very frigid, and just one of those days where you want to stay weather aware. You want to keep that VNL weather app handy because you don't know what you can expect.
Yeah, you really do have to be careful out there, JC, so good thing you're bundled up. Stay safe on those roads. Reporting live north of the metro this morning. Thank you. And we want to get a check of your weather so you know what you're up against when you head out the door as well. Our person leading team coverage this morning, meteorologist Lisa Green, and she joins us with the very latest. Good morning, Lisa.
Good morning. Yes, a tough morning for everyone as far as temperatures and wind are concerned, but there are still places where we have quite a bit of blowing snow going on today. And that is up in the northern valley into the northeast. A winter weather advisory in effect in this deeper blue area into the afternoon, and a wind chill advisory in the lighter blue areas here in Fargo, included in that here this morning. So it is certainly quite cold. In fact, look at our camera here. It's tough to look at standing so close to it. It's shaking in the wind in Fargo as traffic's picking up for the morning commute. We've got 2 below right now in Fargo with the sun up now, and it's 4 below in Grand Forks. 4 below in Thief River Falls with some snow being reported in that northwestern part of Minnesota, and 3 below in Bemidji, 2 below in Fergus Falls, and Devil's Lake 8 below at the moment. So temperatures are below zero. Our wind chills are in the 20s and 30s below. And here's a look at our winds. I mentioned northwest Minnesota seeing some of the toughest conditions. Well, Thief River Falls, 36-mile-per-hour gust right now. We have a steady speed of 30, so your constant wind, your sustained wind there. A 29-mile-per-hour gust in Bedette and 25 in Roseau. Langdon reporting 26 miles per hour for your gust. A steady wind of 20 in Grand Forks. Southern Valley, a gust to 25 in Detroit Lakes. And then out to the west, Jamestown and Oaks, gusting up to 37 miles per hour and 38 miles per hour respectively. So we've got some strong gusts there. But notice our visibility. These are our visibility numbers. 10 miles in Fargo. That's the max you can have reported. And through Jamestown and back over into Oaks. Those areas have less fresh snow to blow around. So visibility isn't as impacted, though you could still see some drifting and blowing. It's more to the east where we're experiencing visibility reports coming in at 1 mile to about 3 miles in a lot of places. Detroit Lakes and Park Rapids in that range, so is Bemidji. And then there are places having even more trouble. Thief River Falls right now, a 1/4 mile visibility, and up toward Hallock, we've been having issues there at a 8/10 of a mile of visibility as well. So right along that Highway 59 corridor, we're having some trouble. The snow is winding down. We still have some of it in the east, just a reminder there. And the wind eventually will too. But here's a look at our wind planner through the day. Toughest this morning and into midday. By the time we get into that 5 o'clock hour, the gust will start to be easing up, but it's still going to be breezy. It's not until later tonight that we see that wind really finally quit. Now into the weekend, don't forget daylight saving time. You want to move that clock ahead an hour on Saturday night before bed. And we've got to watch out for more storm systems. Another one on Saturday. We'll be keeping you posted on that throughout the weekend.
Thank you, Lisa. A lot to go over. Jordan, how's it looking out there for the morning commute?
Yeah, we want to get a check of those road conditions right now. Continue our team coverage here this morning. Things have been getting better in the state of North Dakota since we came on air this morning at around 4:30. A no travel advisory has been dropped. That was in effect this morning around 5 o'clock for the Devil's Lake Basin. We have since improved. There is still a travel alert, though. Let's get a check of it. We are talking Pembina, Walsh, Grand Forks, Steele, and Griggs County, or Griggs County. can't get my words straight this morning here. Too busy coloring in these counties. But anyway, they are still in a travel alert. So people in those counties that I just shaded in red this morning, northeastern North Dakota along the border, except for the ones just north of Valley City, they still need to watch out on there because the road conditions could be tricky. However, if you take a look at the rest of the state, we are looking at I-29 and 94 in and out of Fargo in green for most of the area. Now, that doesn't mean great driving conditions. It just means seasonal. And seasonal for this time of the year means there still could be some snow and ice out there, so take it easy. However, southeastern North Dakota, just west of the Wahpeton region, we are still dealing with some snow and ice on the roads as well. Taking a look at Minnesota, let's head on over to Lakes Country. Take a look at the interstate and Highway 10. Highway 10, actually, this just popped up. It looks like Hawley to Detroit Lakes. We are talking about snow covered there. I-94 from the metro down to Alexandria, green seasonal there right now. But around Detroit Lakes is really where we're looking to see some partially or fully covered roads this morning, so be careful there. And then as we head up to more northwestern Minnesota, the roads going in and out of Thief River Falls this morning and Crookston are also talking about partially covered as well. So make sure you're careful. Highway 2, Highway 59 this morning. We'll keep you updated on these conditions throughout the day and next hour on the CW as well. Phoenix.
A longtime pizza shop in FM Metro is trying to calm people's concerns and plans for redevelopment at South Fargo Shopping Mall. Dwayne's Pizza is posting on Facebook that they're not going to go anywhere as South Plaza Shopping Center between 16th and 17th Avenue on South University Drive is rebuilt. The post says that there will be some shuffling during redevelopment, but they'll end up on the same side of the block, just in a new building. A Minot man has pleaded guilty to murder and tampering with evidence in connection with the overdose of a 16-year-old girl. 33-year-old Mark Rogers Jr. injected the girl with a mixture of methamphetamine and fentanyl in December 2020 at Minot Hotel. The prosecutor says Rogers frantically called friends and acquaintances, asking them to bring Narcan to the hotel to reverse the overdose, but did not call 911. A Twin Cities man is going to prison for 4 years for the death of a Minneapolis teenager who was killed while skateboarding.
Bobby Brookins was going 55 in a 20-mile-an-hour zone last summer when he ran a stop sign and then hit Dai Chan Chu. Brookins' blood alcohol content was twice the legal limit for driving. One driver is dead after a head-on crash between an SUV and a semi in the Northern Valley. It happened yesterday morning on Highway 81 near Ardok, North Dakota. The Highway Patrol says the SUV driver crossed the center line on a curve, hit the semi, and was then killed.
The victim's name has not yet been released. The semi driver wasn't hurt. People are taking this to social media, asking about a text message that's been seen in the valley and across the country. It comes from various phone numbers with a picture of a girl, and some people think it might be a form of sex trafficking.
But Fargo and West Fargo police say that's not likely. They say the scammer cannot see your location through a text exchange, but they could if you click on a suspicious link. Police say you will rarely see sex trafficking out in the open for everyone to see, and it would not be documented through text. The best advice that police have is to not respond, delete that text, and then block that number. It was a stunning and a disturbing experience for people driving along I-94 in South Fargo. They saw a woman jump off the pedestrian bridge into oncoming traffic below. Several people called 911 to report that incident.
The woman is being treated at a local hospital, but mental health experts say if you or someone you know ever seen something like this, it's important you talk through it because the experience can be damaging.
We're always thinking, I don't want to bother them with this question, or maybe they're not thinking about it. I don't want to be the one to bring this up. But I think anytime somebody experiences something on this level, that's all they're going to be thinking about.
Two cars crashed into each other, avoid hitting the woman, but no one was hurt.
Inflation in the U.S. has impacted many industries. Pet care is no exception. But there are resources available to help mitigate those costs. In the FM area, Homeward Animal Shelter says they haven't had anyone surrender their pet for financial reasons, but they realize that money is tight.
They say people need to keep in mind their budgets when deciding on adding a pet to the family.
Be realistic is my biggest piece of advice. A puppy or kitten is going to be way more expensive than an adult animal.
Shelter and For Love Dog, Mine Coda, Paws, and Fargo Area Pet Pantry offer help to families struggling with costs. We also have a contact information on valleynewslive.com. Just click on this story.
The Knights of Columbus are hosting a prayer service for Ukraine this weekend. It's happening at 11 Sunday morning at St. Anthony's Catholic Church. That's 710 10th Street South in Fargo. Ukrainians living in North Dakota will be among the people at that service. The Today Show and CBS Mornings are just about to start, but the Valley Today rolls on. More live up-to-the-minute news and weather. Continuing our tracking of that First Alert Weather Day is coming up on the Fargo CW. Otherwise, have a happy and safe Friday and a happy weekend. We'll see you here Monday morning.